Mid-Autumn Festival, or I used to call it Moon Festival. But yeah, it's a special day and a special way to start. It's fall, y'all, part 3, because I always remember back in school, Moon Festival was always either in September or October, and it would always happen around like back to school season. Not gonna lie, I couldn't care less about the actual festival or like the holiday itself, but it gave me an extra day of sort of like bank holiday. In Hong Kong we call it public holiday, and who would say no to an extra day of no school? In Hong Kong though, the actual day off is always the day after the actual Mid-Autumn Festival. And so for example, my mom, my brother, and yeah, just my family will have a day off tomorrow from work and school instead of today, but Moon Festival is today, and that's because most of the celebration happens in the evening. And so the purpose is actually quite smart, because if you don't have to get up super early the next morning, then you can, I guess, like go more like all out with celebration and things like that. You don't have to get to bed early and yeah, all that. So that's actually quite nice, and I am going to try and celebrate a bit tonight. I don't normally like celebrate anyway. I think back at home, Moon Festival was always this like symbol of family reunion and things like that. And I remember always having these dinners, like big family dinners with my grandparents when it's Moon Festival, because I guess it's just a good reminder to spend time with your family. I know this sounds really like cheesy, but you never know how much time you have with your family. I know life is busy and there are loads of priorities trying to grab your attention, but yeah, what I like about like these different holidays and festivals back at home, such as the Moon Festival, such as Chinese New Year, like, to be fair, these are fun to celebrate, but I think the meaning behind is you get to spend time intentionally with family. And that's not just my family, it's like everybody does that. Well, most people do that, and I think that's quite a nice thing to do. But obviously I am in a completely different country today, and I don't have my immediate family here, at least. Actually, I don't even think I have any extended family nearby. So that's why I think I might just celebrate with friends instead, which is really nice of them, because a lot of them may not come from a culture where this is a thing, like the Moon Festival. I guess it's still cool to intentionally prioritize friends and just schedule in some like nice hanging out time. And it's really nice of them to celebrate this like thing with me that is part of like my culture, so I really appreciate it. But I thought I would take you guys along with me as well. I am really looking forward to celebrating with my friends, and I will talk to you guys later when the sun sets, and yeah, when I actually meet up with them. Oh guys, I don't know if you can see, but that's the moon and it's really round today. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival! Also guys, remember yesterday I was telling you guys I was trying to find some like mooncake replacement sort of thing. I dug this out at home. It's technically like a chocolate bread that's Japanese, but it's round and it's like, let's just pretend this is a mooncake, okay? But yeah, I think it's more the symbolism behind, just to share a treat that's pretending to be a mooncake with friends and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, happy Mid-Autumn Festival. I know it will be over by the time you're watching this, but yeah, still, happy Mid-Autumn Festival to you all. Here's the fake mooncake. Time to split it. Yeah, I should not be trusted with knives, so got someone else to do it. Yeah, happy Mid-Autumn Festival. This is now half a moon because I split it with a friend. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Go wish your family happy late Mid-Autumn Festival if you haven't already. I don't know. Anyway, cheers. It was just really good. Reminds me of like the breads I used to have for breakfast when I was a kid, when I was in school. So apparently tomorrow in the UK there's going to be like some weird like full moon, but maybe we'll go see that together. So as you may or may not be able to tell, the weather is terrible and it is raining like crazy right now. Sorry about my hair, but I genuinely have no hands. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Burger King now. There it is. And food has arrived. Here's the burger I got. Let me open it for you guys. Here's my burger, and there's some onion rings. And these are basically fall colors, so it fits in this video. Here's the burger. So I already took a bite. I thought I was recording just now, but I clearly wasn't. But here you go. Cheers. It is so good. Next up, we're on to more seasonal fall drinks. And today we're heading to Gale's. So I ordered a, what was it? Spiced cafe au lait. I don't know how to read it. Please don't come at me. English is not my first language. I don't even think that's English. So yeah. Anyway, I'll put my order down in the description box below in case you're interested or want to try it. I think it says it's their seasonal fall menu, and I quite like it because it's not the usual like pumpkin spice latte, which I feel like all the cafes just do the same thing. This one is slightly different, and I'm just excited to try it out. That looks so good. So my friend ordered an iced mocha and I have my drink. I'm so excited to try this. So here's what it looks like. I don't know what the spice actually is, but it looks really good. As I said, I ordered this spiced drink. I don't know what the spices are, but let's give it a smell. Ooh. Is this ginger? I can't tell. It smells slightly strong though. But I kind of smell a bit of pumpkin too. I'm not sure. I think it's just really like fall-like, but as I mentioned, I feel like when it comes to fall drinks, a lot of cafes and places like that just do like the standard pumpkin spice latte, which is really exciting, and to be fair, I still haven't had a proper one, so I'm really looking forward to when I actually do. But I feel like not a lot of places actually do like other fall drinks. And this is one of them, and I am so excited to try this. Cool, finally it is taste test time. Cheers. Oh, okay, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's not sweet at all. I think it's just a normal like latte or just a coffee drink with a bit of milk, and then on top they just put this stuff over, and I think the spice smells quite strong. Taste wise not as much, but it's still a really good fall drink. Anyway, I think I'm gonna put a lid over this because I like drinking stuff with a lid on, but yeah, I would recommend trying this. By the way, I just looked it up. It's a short black coffee topped with muscovado syrup, hot milk, and ground nutmeg. I think I got that right, but yeah, it's good. You guys should try it if you like, I guess, like spiced stuff, or like just a fun fall drink that is a pumpkin spice latte. I feel like Starbucks has released so many more like fall cups. I've seen a couple before, like in the last couple of weeks, but they've definitely released a lot more. This one's looking a little scary. And oh, look at this cup though. That is so cute. It's this little ghost. I think that's my favorite one of them all. Oh, they also have like special roasts and stuff. Autumn blend, notes of candied pecan and sage. I don't actually know what sage is or what it tastes like. Oh, please don't fall. There you go. And oh, there's this one as well. Sophie Birkin. Oh, this must be a collab. There you go. It's in fall colors though. They also have like a tote bag. Here's a couple more new like fall designs. I think the fall ones are maybe better than the summer ones I've seen. Last time I tried the pumpkin spice caramel macchiato, something like that, and that was so good. And that was my first time trying anything caramel or macchiato. I do not know what that is actually, but today I just wanted to try the version without pumpkin spice to see how it compares. Here's my iced blonde caramel macchiato. Look at the colors. It's so hard to get all of this. Cheers. Oh, it is literally just without the pumpkin flavor. I don't know what else I was expecting, but this is so good. Next up, we are at the Danish cafe and I'm trying the new autumn menu, which is this salmon Nordic. And that's what it looks like inside. See, there's some salmon and some vegetables. This just feels like the perfect fall kind of salad, if you would like to call it that. This is nice.
You'll like introduce yourself and then like 10 minutes later
Hey, so for this next section, I thought we could pack together because I want to start bringing some fall essentials when I go out. The thing is, I know that, for example, I want to use more hand cream and lip balm and things like that now that the weather's getting colder. But sometimes I just don't use it enough because of laziness. But also, sometimes when I'm already outside, I suddenly have the urge to maybe moisturize my hand because it's feeling a little dry, or I see like some cracks in my skin. But then I realize I don't have it on me, and then by the time I get home, I just forget. And most of the time, these stuff are just like tiny bottles, so I could totally just take it with me, and so I really just need to take time to pack my bag right now. I think the first one is a bit of a bigger one, but now that the weather's starting to get colder, I think it's time to bring back my scarf. In fact, I have a couple, and I think scarves are just a great like functional thing to keep you warm, but also, I don't know, you can just style your different outfits with different scarves, and I think they just level up your outfit, so that's a bonus point. We're gonna just wear this one now. Cool, so for this video, I don't think I'll pack everything inside my bag yet. I just have this paper bag for now. We're just gonna dump things in here. And obviously this is not my go-to like going out bag. I normally use my Kanken backpack, but I just thought we would just dump everything in here just for the visuals. But yeah, ultimately I'll organize them, so I'm not just chucking stuff randomly into my bag and they just sink at the bottom and crush and, you know, get lost in this black hole. But that's gonna take time because I'm gonna probably find like a little smaller bag to put everything and organize them, but we'll do that later. For now, I just want to share 10 full essentials. Well, that's the first one, so 9 more to go in my bag. Well, just now I mentioned a bit about like body care, skin care, so I thought we could start with that. The first thing is lip balm. This is my go-to. In fact, I don't really have a favorite. I would say I am normally just fine with whatever like cheap one you could find in Japanese drugstores. This is obviously not the cheapest one, but it's really good. I think it was like really viral for a bit. It probably still is, but it's really good quality. And I feel like the thing I hate about lip balm is sometimes they get really greasy, and I just don't like that. But this one, I feel like it's light enough that I'm okay with, but also it's still moisturizing. And I feel like the packaging makes it looks like a proper lipstick, which is really fancy. And in school, I just thought, like this looks a lot more expensive than it is. And it's just a great lip balm. So yeah, I will definitely be packing this with me in my bag. So in it goes. Next, on a similar topic, hand cream. This one my mom got for me actually. So I don't know if you guys have watched some of my previous like Japan hauls. I think I mentioned that normally when we go to Japan, for example, over Christmas and stuff, my mom would just pack me a bag of like wrapped up gifts to take back with me to the UK, because normally over my birthday I spend it in the UK because my birthday's in February, and back in the days I was in uni, that was during term time, so I wouldn't be at home. And I guess now that I'm working, same logic. But yeah, my mom would be so sweet. She'd always give me a packed gift, and I would take it back with me and then open it on my birthday, so it feels like a birthday gift. But yeah, this one was one of my birthday gifts 2 years ago, and this is so good. It's like really moisturizing, but it also smells very, very good. The thing is, similar with the whole like lip balm thing, I hate it when hand cream just feels like really sticky, and like afterwards you just can't really do anything because your hands just like all greasy and stuff like that. This one isn't like that. Maybe like the moment you put it on, it does, like you can feel it on, but it absorbs really quickly. And I feel like the thing is, I like really nice scented stuff as well, and this one, it just smells really fresh. This one is in the scent Pure Shampoo, and it does live up to its name. So yeah, another thing to go in my bag. Next up, this one is a bit big, so I just thought I would share this here as well, because I genuinely have loved this product, but I don't think I'm gonna bring it with me when I go out. This one is a balm sort of cream. Let me open it up and show you. So that's what it looks like. It's not scented, as in it doesn't smell like, it's not perfumed, I guess, if that makes any sense. But yeah, as I mentioned, I am someone who hates cream because it's just sticky, it's greasy, and I feel like you can't do anything afterwards, and it's just in your face, But this one has been life-changing. I nearly dropped this. So sometimes my skin does get like really cracky and dry in winter, especially around my nails. Normally I just, like stick through it, I hate cream so much that I just would rather, like have it painful, cracking, or even bleeding, and I would just ignore it. And normally, like even if you put cream on, it doesn't really do anything until like, I guess you need to be consistent, and that's the whole point. But I don't have the patience because, like cream's like sticky, and you need to apply it all day for it to even work, and I just don't like it on me. This thing is magical because it is so strong that I normally just apply a little bit, just a tiny bit, at night right before I sleep. So this one I guess is a bit heavier than, for example, the hand cream. But the good thing is, if I do it right before I sleep, by morning it's completely absorbed, and it fixes stuff like overnight. It's crazy. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how good this thing is, but this is definitely a fall essential now that the weather's starting to get colder, and I'm sure my skin's gonna be dry and stuff. Okay, just now I mentioned about nails, and so I want to bring you guys this next thing, which is a nail sort of oil or like serum. I don't know what it is. So when you open it, it's just shaped like a brush, and if you twist like the top part, the oil starts to go down, and I don't know, it smells kind of nice. I think it's like slightly floral scented, might be lavender, and again, you can just like apply it on your nails. And sometimes when the weather's dry, my nail gets cracky as well, And especially, you know, even the skin around the nail, your cuticles and things like that. Oh, I think that's what it's called, cuticle oil. I don't know why you know, like, sometimes I think I'm just dumb, but I think cuticle oil is a proper thing. And yeah, I feel like it smells good, but it's not overpowering, which is really nice. So I just like to put a bit on my fingernails, and even though it's like oil, it's not oily and it doesn't really affect you when you do other stuff. And a lot of the times I see my nails cracked and then I just remember, oh, I wish I had my cuticle oil with me now, and I just don't. But this one, you can just bring it with you, and it's shaped like a pen. It's super light, and I don't know why you wouldn't bring this with you. So there you go. In the bag it goes. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with like skincare, body care type of stuff. So let's move on to one of my favorite things I've ever found in Japan, which is this tumbler bottle water cup thingy. I have loved this. In fact, it's the brand Mosh, and I got introduced to them firstly by their bottle. I have one myself. I use that all the time, even in summer. I think it's just a great water bottle. It's like heat insulating as well, which is a bonus point. This one is just a tumbler. If you know me at all, I love drinking like coffee and stuff, and this is just eco-friendly. It's heat insulating once again, and a lot of the time if you go to cafes and coffee shops and give them your own cup, you even get like a slight discount, so that's a plus. And then the next thing is sort of like the scarf. It's a hand warmer. I know this is, I guess, like a one-off use kind of thing, which is not very environmentally friendly, but also once you use it, it goes. And yeah, I just kind of want to save it up, so I normally start using this in winter, so this is a little bit early, but on days where it's like surprisingly cold and you're just freezing, I think this is a great thing to have just as a backup in your bag. And I know they sell like chargeable ones outside as well, so you could totally go find something like that. I think that's on my list this year. I'm gonna go try and find one that I can reuse, so I guess like it saves money in the long run, but also it's environmentally friendly. But for now, this goes in my bag. Next, sometimes when I'm outside, I like to pack a snack in my bag because, I don't know, things happen. You may have missed a meal, or maybe you're just busy and you suddenly get hungry and you just want to snack on something. So I like to change up my snack in my bag based on the season. In fall, it really reminds me of chestnuts, which I think, yeah, I don't know, it's not that common in Western countries or in the UK, but it's a massive thing, you know, like in Asia and Hong Kong and places that I've grown up in. And over summer, my mom came to visit and she brought me one of her favorite snacks, which are these like little pack of chestnuts. I think I'm just gonna put a pack in my bag just as a backup snack, and it's fall themed as well, so that's definitely a bonus. Speaking of fall themed snacks, I also think sweet potato is a very, you know, like standard fall flavor, but as a snack you wouldn't bring a raw sweet potato, and I feel like in the UK not a lot of things are sweet potato flavored, but it is a massive thing in Japan. So I love this snack called Soy Joy. It's sort of this like cereal bar thing, and they have this new like sweet potato flavor, which I managed to get my hands on. And I haven't actually tried this yet, so I'm very excited. But I've tried, for example, their macadamia nut one, I've tried their matcha one, their blueberry one, even the standard chocolate one. Those ones are so good. And so yeah, one of my favorite snacks in sweet potato flavor, that would be perfect for fall, so it's gonna go in my bag as well. Okay, I think we're on our last one. This one might be a little unusual, I don't know. So just now I mentioned about this tumbler cup, and I think apart from just your standard tea and coffee and things like that, what I would really like to pack with me this fall would be instant soup. So I have this massive box of my collection of just instant soup packets. I'm going to show you guys some of them. So they come in different forms, shapes, and sizes. I have ones from Japan where they're like, okay, this one's a little crushed, but it really doesn't matter because you just dissolve it in hot water anyway. I think I got this from Muji. You basically just put the block in a cup, in a container, anything, and then you just pour in hot water, you stir, and you don't even need to wait. I think it's pretty much just done. And it's just a great way to enjoy soup. And then I think I have this like chicken noodle. It doesn't look like anything. It's just like powder, a sachet, and I think I got this from like Sainsbury's or something like that. Again, you can just empty this in, pour in hot water, and stir, and it's basically ready. If you want something fancier, I even have stuff like, you know, tomato soup, and here's like a spinach soup, I think. I even have this like shrimp tomato soup thingy, and I don't know, it's just fancy, and I feel like, yeah, while having your standard tea and coffee, that's really nice, I feel like soup somehow just feels fancier and a bit more substantial. Obviously, you can't just like do this anywhere, but if I'm, for example, in church or in my office where I have access to a kitchen and hot water, I feel like that's a great way to make use of this cup. Or even, you know, like if you have a nice little bowl, you can just enjoy soup. And fall and winter, it's just soupy season. And if there's a way to just enjoy a quick soup, I think that would be perfect. So I'm definitely packing some of these, and they come in so many different flavors. You can change it up all the time based on your mood. You can even pack like 2 or 3 packets of different flavor and pick on the day. So yeah, this is definitely going in as well. So if I did the maths correctly, I think that was 10 products and 10 full essentials that I would love to pack with me this fall. And right, so now that we're done with that, let's move on to the next part of the video where we can start maybe reading a bit. So I have a church bookshelf cupboard thingy. I think I'm gonna pick out some books based on fall colors. It's so bad. We're actually doing this for sermons right now, and it's yellow. Well, at least it's finest. I might get this. Hey friends! I just showered, if you can't already tell, which is why my hair is still a little wet. I hope you don't mind. But I just wanted to kind of end this vlog on a bit of a chattier note. And I hope you guys don't mind sitting through me talking. But basically, tonight the clocks are gonna change. And, you know, it's sort of like, you know, like Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy kind of thing. I normally just keep missing the clock change day, and sometimes it's so bad that it's like a few days after the clocks have changed that I realized that happened. I don't even know how that is even possible, but yeah, this time I have marked down the date, and I want to make sure I witness that moment that I travel in time, which is humanly impossible, but I'm gonna do it. In fact, we're all gonna do it together. If you live in a country where the clocks actually change. If you don't, then I'm sorry, you don't get to time travel. Anyway, I am gonna read one of these 2 books, or maybe a bit of both. This one I think we got together at church, and it was because the spine of the book is yellow and it's a fall color. This one I think is a bit more fall-y colored, I think, which I didn't get with you guys, but I got this a while ago. I'm gonna read this anyway. And yes, I am judging a book by its cover, or more like spine, based on fall colors, but they're good books, so I don't care. We're gonna read this for my quiet time together because I thought it would be fitting. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down here and talk to you guys about this clock change. I do struggle a little with it. I don't know, the days are obviously gonna get shorter and the sun's gonna set earlier. Days are only gonna get colder from now, and I am trying so hard not to focus on that. I think it's very easy for us to focus on the things that we will miss out. You know, like when the days are shorter or when it gets colder. It's like, oh man, I miss this part of summer where I can do all these things and now I can't. And I just don't want to be in that mindset. I want to go into this new season, well, technically not, but yeah, like, okay, the days are gonna get shorter, but it's sort of cozier. And like, I don't know, Christmas is coming up, maybe you can look forward to that. And there are some things where you can only do in winter and not in summer, and maybe you can look forward to those things instead, you know? It's easy for me to say, but I just struggle with yeah, just getting used to the fact that I can't go out in shorts anymore, which isn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. So I really don't know why I'm complaining, but yeah, I just want to say thank you as well for spending summer with me. It's been so good growing with you guys, and I've got so many fun stuff, at least in my head, planned, and I can't wait to do them with you guys as well. Anyway, I just wanted to say I don't actually know if there will be a next part to this dedicated fall series. Maybe I'll do one more just to wrap things up, but I don't intend for this to roll on forever. I think a lot of places have already started selling like Christmas things. A lot of restaurants have released Christmas menus, and I'm not saying I'm letting, you know, like shops and restaurants dictate what I do. Well, I kind of am saying that, but let me try to rephrase. I'm not saying that they are controlling me and now I can't celebrate fall because they have released like Christmassy or winter stuff. I'm more saying that, yeah, I want to look forward to this new like season, and I've got so much planned for December that I really need to get started with like filming earlier than that so I can release stuff when it gets to December rather than film in December. And by the time I release like Christmas stuff, it would be like February and people will be like, what the heck? So I hope you guys understand. I am still obviously gonna do certain like fall things. I might still get like fall drinks. I don't know, like pumpkin spice latte. Obviously I'm not gonna let that be my last one. But yeah, I might just incorporate those things in daily life vlogs rather than a dedicated video for like taking things off fall bucket lists. In fact, I haven't even done a full bucket list. I'm so sorry. But at least I've done a lot more than I usually would have for fall. And I'm so happy about that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to Christmas and winter. And I hope you guys are too. And I want to thank you guys again. I don't know why I said this so many times. If you've watched up till this point, feel free to leave me a like if you enjoyed this, and comment down below a video request for winter or something you want to do. Maybe we can do them together. But as I said, even though I'm not doing like a dedicated fall video, for example, I still really want to go on a trip before winter, and that's just gonna end up being one of my travel vlogs, if you get what I mean. It's not like I'm gonna stop doing everything that I said I wanted to do, but yeah, it doesn't have to be strictly fall themed, you know? Like not everything has to be orange in your face. Yeah, so I don't know, I am just excited for the new season. I hope you are too. And yeah, we can head on into the new season together, looking forward to all the fun things that we can do. And even though we are going back in time tonight, let's look forward into the next season. See you all. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification button. You don't want to miss what's coming up ahead. Bye guys. Whoa, I've just time traveled.